Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the ABV Network's Distillers Summit kicking off today in Key West, Florida. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Katie Joyce, and Ryan Thompson.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
How we doing?
Hello. So we're going to have some fun today talking about the upcoming, and we say upcoming because it's upcoming as we record this. Things will be getting started as this show drops, and 3 of us are going to be down there in Key West for this. 2 of us are kind of on the fringe. They're always saying they want to go, but they haven't made it there yet. At some point, I'm sure they'll probably make it.
We want to, but we won't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so busy.
I really just couldn't. I couldn't.
You know where your priorities lie.
Yeah. You only have.
Clearly, it's not with us in Key West.
Yeah. You only have your whole life to plan around it. I mean, it's because when are we going to do it? Well, we'll do it next year. Well, I'll be busy next year. Well, the year after that, we're going to be doing it too. So we'll see it.
Very busy the year after that as well.
What about the year after that then? Oh, we'll be back then.
I mean, do we have to twist your arm to go have a good time in Key West? Is that what?
I will have you all know that I had someone today ask me about going with them to Vegas in beginning of 2024, January 9th to 15th was the dates they threw out for some convention thing that's happening then. And I told them, I'm sorry, those dates are not going to work for me because shortly after that, I'm going to be planning on going to the Distillers Summit in Key West.
We'll see.
So I am keeping.
I think I remember this conversation last year. I think
for her to know that we forget most of everything we talk about.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And she's going to say it now. We'll remember tomorrow.
40% chance we only remember that tomorrow. So.
From my brain,
he's fine.
I won't even remember Katie said that.
Katie, I didn't know there was a rule out there that you can't go to Vegas and then Key West. Is that a rule?
We went to Vegas last week, and now we're going to.
Right.
I'm going next week.
When you have court schedules to work around, yes, those rules exist when you have court schedules to work around.
Okay, all right. Well,
screw the judicial system.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck it.
It'll wait.
Screw what?
Clients.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no one can finalize their divorces this week. No one can.
You got to stick together for another week. Maybe things work out. The funny thing is, maybe things didn't work out. They're like,
we don't know.
Fuck it. Let's just stay together.
Didn't know there was a rule. No, Key West and Florida in the same month, but I'm going to break that rule next week. So
you are. He's going to hit Key West and Florida in the same week. How about that?
2 things.
Wow. 2 things. He's going to both. He's hit both Key West and Florida. And here's what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to hit Key West
and Florida.
In the same. Hold on. In the same fucking week.
The same week.
Vegas.
That's insane.
No,
after that, he's going to do Vegas and then Nevada.
Whoa. What a crazy man.
Now, if he gets crazy, come on. When he hits LA and California after that too as well, it's just going to be, wow. I mean, Ryan, come on.
I know.
Say something for the rest of us around here, you know?
Yeah, we've now gotten Katie Joyce's lame-ass excuse. Let's hear Tim's.
Yeah, Tim, why aren't you coming to this thing?
Thank you, Beka Sue.
I'm in Savannah when we're taping this.
Just move on.
Yes, I'm in Savannah, and then the week after I'm in. Well, actually, I will be in Florida, but it'll be for work events, and I would have to neglect my children and full-time job
Aren't
as
they-
a parent
aren't
still of
they-
underage
aren't
kids.
they literally grown up?
Yeah. They're 40
Yeah,
now.
I
They're
still
40.
logistics and double income family,
Oh,
two
God.
pretty large jobs. I just have to take vacation, is what it is.
Tim, you've adjusted your sound settings to just way too much.
Right. Now you're too much.
Well, I
Now
think
your
Tim
sound
just
settings are
admitted-
overboard.
Yeah.
I'm trying here.
We can tell.
Tim,
Yes,
Tim just
I'm very
admitted
passionate
that he
about
has to
this.
take vacay.
Yeah.
So, Tim, just take a vacay.
Tim needs a vacation.
It sounds to me like you don't want Diana to have a nice little vacation.
Yeah.
Ooh, bringing the wifey in.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, breaking news. I got an update on Ryan. He's now going to go for 3. He's going to
He's
try to hit
sitting there too
Florida,
going,
Key West, and the Sunshine State all in the same
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Ryan. Man,
This
the
is documented,
trifecta.
is it?
All
Now,
3
Ryan,
in 1 week.
if you end up seeing the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico as well, I'm telling you that's it. You have to have your own Instagram following travel page. We
Knock
all
it
need
out
to
of
know
the
what's
park.
going on in your life.
Do you think
Ryan
we
and
can make
Hope did
it
moved on.
the
Thank you.
southernmost tip of the continental U.S. at the same time?
Can we work that in too? Yeah.
Venus, come on.
Don't say tip so much.
Just most of the tip. Just the tip. He'll end up just being the tip.
I don't like to
That's
say tip anymore. It's
Yeah,
been
that's true.
ruined. It's like moist.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Jim was talking
Well, we're
about
looking forward to Key West here in 10 days or so, right? I don't know. Something like
Yeah, I
that.
think check-ins in like 10 days. For me.
Yeah.
10 days. Oh, yeah, as we record this. Yes. Yeah.
From when we record this. Yes.
Absolutely.
Basically,
So there you go.
Besides,
Did we-
besides
was this the small
present
talk?
Distillers,
No,
This was just small
It's
talk.
introducing
Oh.
the title of the show still.
hey,
Oh.
besides the
Flop the
present
show here.
distillers, what other distillers are going to be there with us this year?
Royce
Uh,
Distillery.
Well, let's save it for the actual show part. I say we drink, and then when we get after
Let's
the
have
break,
small talk.
we'll cover Ryan's question. We'll get after the break, and then
Katie's.
we'll have Katie's small talk as part of the regular show. It's I
tough
feel like
intro
we can
there.
go on forever.
Yeah, fuck it, I guess.
Katie, hang on to it. It's gonna be. We're gonna talk about it soon. All right.
I wrote it down, so I can't forget. We're
Okay,
good.
That's
Tough
good.
intro.
That's good. It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Tim. He's got the new mic. Let's see how it's going.
Let me get all these settings and get really
Oh
loud
my
here. for a
God! Now
second.
he's
Let's
super
try
low
something.
again. He cannot get this right.
Everyone in the audience, make sure to turn down your
Let me get this
radio
right.
volume so your ears don't blow out from him
Right.
trying to destroy
That's a
everything.
disclaimer right there, officially.
You don't want to, don't jerk the car into oncoming traffic while you listen here. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with a Neely family distillery, and I got to tell you, the handwriting on this bottle is epic. I believe that's Brushfire. I don't know for sure, but there's
Oh
a
my
story
God,
behind
that's
it.
horrible.
is, in fact, Brushfire. I recall when that was bottled. It was in a rush. I did not write that. I know the employee that did. He does not work for us anymore.
He's not with you anymore, but yeah, I know who it was too. I know who it
He
was.
was
too. I
very
don't want to say.
frantically writing things to get them on the shelf that
Yeah,
day.
that's nice.
This
a
one's a
wonderful
special one
Brush,
because
I'll
of
tell
that.
you what, Brushfire. What a great fucking name I came up with there.
Yeah,
And then
that's
it
good.
looked destroyed and couldn't be appreciated because you can't fucking read it on any of the
Well,
bottles.
Still, like a brush fire would do. So it
There's a
still
brush
works.
fire coming towards the distillery.
It works with the theme.
Yeah,
So,
write it fast. There's a fire.
yeah, it's not bad.
Well, let me show a dumpster fire of a cork pop here because it's definitely not the bottle's fault.
All right,
Let's
here we
try.
go. He sounds good in a good voice.
What the hell?
That made all the difference. It made all the difference, Tim. That was beautiful.
Silence.
I could hear it in
Nothing.
my mind, and it was beautiful. It was
We
just,
see the movement, we see the hope in your face, and
Yeah.
then we hear nothing.
no,
Like not a squeak, not a slosh, nothing.
nothing.
I don't know
Complete
how
Love
you
it.
do that, Tim. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
Got like
if it brings you any happiness, Tim, it's a delicious bottle. So, like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think you can
true.
enjoy
It is a
something
delicious bottle.
really good.
Yes.
It's a really
true.
good barrel.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that one a lot.
Your microphones, your voice sounds good now, bud, but the cork
Yeah.
pop was silent.
It was terrible. It was terrible. All right, Katie, what do you got?
I have a bottle of Wyoming whiskey.
Okay. All right. Bought in Maine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, it was, right?
They
I know you bought Wyoming
Yes.
whiskey in Maine. I don't
yes,
know if
I
that's the different
bought,
bottle. I'm just guessing.
several of they had some special select picks that I got
Yeah.
in Maine. This one's just a regular one.
Okay.
Oh, yes. But hey, good memory. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was part of the 60% you retained.
Yeah, I retained that. So yeah, it's good. Wow.
Oh.
Tim, Katie may need to
What
teach
was
a class. You need to come to that, I think.
I didn't hear anything.
I heard it. So that was good.
It's
Kate.
not going to get old.
I heard it too. It was very good.
That
I've got
wasn't even a new
Jefferson.
bottle.
Yeah, Pritchard Hill here. Pritchard Hill. And this is a well-loved bottle. So I don't expect much here. And Jefferson's corks are good maybe on the first one. After that, they're terrible. So let's see what we got here. Oh, Tim would say that's explosive, but
Steve, I had to turn my volume down here. My heart almost palpitated there. It was amazing.
It was amazing, yes. All right. Next up, let's go with Beka.
Me and Dean here.
Oh,
I love Dean.
need help.
You wanted to assist in this cork pop? I've got some Neely Family Distillery, some Honey Crisp, with this another leftover from the 5 Drinks or Midnight show. This is a 4 grain that we've got.
Okay. All right.
Whoa.
All right.
That's some
Steve still has the
there.
lead.
Yep. I've got the lead.
Yes. Steve still has the lead.
Clearly, I've got the lead. Katie's not even saying anything.
I'm distracted by a kitten.
Okay.
Look at that
all right.
baby.
He's only 27 pounds.
Look at that face.
Oh, all right. Ryan, what do you got? Your last but not least.
We're going to throw it out to our friends down there at Leatherwood.
Okay. Leatherwood. All right.
Here we go. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Fucking nothing.
Nothing there.
Unbelievable.
Nothing there. Sad. So
Real fast.
Katie wins, actually. Katie wins. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers, Katie.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll finally get to Katie's small talk. We'll talk about the distilleries that are going to be there and so much more. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Saying Bourbon Daily?
Yeah.
Okay, you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
No, your name first.
My name.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jason Sauter,
And
and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the first day of the Key West Distillers Summit.
Yes, we are. So we've all descended upon Key West. We're having fun. We've got the big awards that are going to be happening down there and stuff like that. And just some sightseeing, some group camaraderie, all that kind of stuff. Just hanging out too. So a little bit of everything there. But we'll get to some of more of that discussion in a second. We need to go back to Katie. And Katie, what were you going to talk about? You had a question or something for us.
Yes. So, well, it kind of fits in with the topic of friends getting together. And one of my favorite things to do when I get together with friends is play like cards or games.
Okay.
And I recently saw it had this ad that keeps coming up on my Instagram for this new board game out. And it is a riff off Guess Who. Do you know that game where you've got like little pictures that come up and you ask the questions and you're trying to figure out whose card it is? And you flip
right. Yeah.
with me. But this version of it is called Girth Who.
Oh,
and
geez.
Instead of people faces, it's dicks.
Oh, geez.
Got all kinds of different dicks. Some with hats, some with hair, some without, some with glasses. I think there's some have like jewelry, some don't.
Got dicks
all-
on glasses.
Are we talking circumcised or just like a hat?
Some are circumcised, some are not. I think some legitimately have like a beanie on them, like wearing clothing. Like they're drawn characters of dicks. But so it's Guess Who, but the dick version called Girth Who. And so one, I instantly went to Google trying to find it because I was like, I feel like this is so ridiculous. I just have to have it. But also
This episode is for mature audiences only.
Yeah, we should start with that.
Yeah.
And so but then the question came of, is it just because it's ridiculous, but are the classics really the better games, or are these new ridiculous
that a pun, Katie?
games
Was that a pun?
come
Is
out?
it ridiculous?
Ridiculous. With an emphasis on the dick.
Ask us,
Ridiculous.
she was ask if size really mattered. Is really where I thought she was going.
Girth is different though. So yeah. Okay.
Yes.
No. So Katie, what was the question though? What did you want to know?
So part of it was one, are the classics of games better, or are these ridiculous games?
I think the
people come out
classics
with?
are
Like,
better,
is it
yeah.
worth the buy to give it a try on these ridiculous games that
Well,
come out?
Are
Okay,
they all
another one-
going for Cards Against Humanity? Because that kind of lifted the level. They leveled up the
That's true.
naughtiness, I guess, if you will, of games. So is that what people are going for now to try to up level?
Yeah, I
Cards
think we're
Against
there.
Humanity, or what?
If now the cards are featuring dicks, I think we're there. We just throw everything else out, and here we are. Here's where we're at.
Have we gone too far or not far enough? Is this the
Well,
right?
the game
Depends on the
is-
crowd,
is
I guess.
good-
Depends on the crowd.
The game is good, maybe not in this point, family time, but it's like wholesome. It's wholesome fun, right? Is what a game is like, sitting around a table after dinner or something.
I don't know
It's
about
wholesome
wholesome in
fun.
this one. Yeah.
So
a whole
when,
lot of
when you
something.
throw dick
Yeah.
cards out there, that's not getting too wholesome anymore. I mean,
Yes.
but there's a time and a place. I
All
think.
right. So Katie, who would you be willing to play this game with? I assume this crowd here, we'd be like, no big deal. I'd play with these folks. Like if you had your mom and your aunts and uncles and stuff like that, like a family type of thing, would you play out this
Grandma.
game? Like, I got one to play. Yeah, grandma's there. Would you be like, here's an interesting one, or not? Is that too much?
I would pull it out for the shock factor of making a joke, but I would not actually want to play this game with my family.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
You're an attorney, so anything work related has to be out. 'Cause you can't,
that'd
you
be
can't have any in an environment like that. So that's out. Yeah.
Yes.
What is it? It's not celebrity dicks, right?
no, it's
Ryan
Ryan wants to
cartoon
apply
drawings.
for this. Ryan wants to apply for
So
Could
it's
they use a guy who lives in Colorado?
How do I submit a candidate for inclusion in the deck?
so they're like
And are
cartoon drawings.
they soft or are they hard or like what are we talking about?
I'd say semi chub based on. They're
You
not
can't
completely
go full
flaccid.
rocker, man. You can't go full rocker on that. You always got to get a half chub going. Come on,
Yeah.
that's the way to
'Cause
go.
Then you can be like, this is just how I am. This is me.
Katie hasn't smiled this big all night. Now she's looking at dick pics apparently and smiles.
Cartoon dick pics at that. We've got like here's the front picture. Let me see if I can get this up to show you guys.
Go half mass.
Sure.
You know.
Let me see if the thing will focus.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh,
right,
we're really
There we go.
He's got a goatee.
If they're cartoon pics, that makes it a little.
Did the people
One looks like
over-
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, hold on. Was this created by the people
Vaguely
over at
on there.
South Park?
It looks like it.
This looks like it was
Was
created by the
Vaguely?
people at South Park.
Royce was on there. Wow, how'd you guys
Royce
get
and
into
Royce and I are part of that. Yeah, we're part of that.
that?
And I think I saw a version called like "Who's That Cunt" or something. That was
I was
the
gonna say there's got to be a fair and
opposite gender
wow.
version.
Yeah.
There's got to be a fair and equitable display for both sides. here,
Yes.
right.
Equal right, equal opportunity, equal
Yeah.
rights. Yeah.
Well, this is true.
You know,
This is true.
But
I guess
I
for-
found it on an Instagram ad, and I cannot actually find it to purchase it. It was not on.
Look on
Your
Southpark.com.
Instagram feed look like? If these are the ads popping up on your Instagram, maybe we should have small talk around your Instagram feed.
Yeah,
It's
this
being
is
set
true.
around your household for the algorithms to pick up.
Well, so I have a lot of board game stuff because I have like game night with my brother and his girlfriend and friends of ours come over for game night. So I look up a lot of board games. I don't know, and I have the not safe for work version. So like I have this game called Poetry for Neanderthals. And so it's a word guessing game where you're trying to describe a word to get your team to guess, but you can only use single syllable words. So you sound like a caveman. And so like to describe a marshmallow, you'd say like soft white cube. So if you're trying to get someone to guess campfire, you can't say like where you sit and roast marshmallows. You'd have to say it bright, you light, soft white cube. Like, so you have to talk like a caveman.
You're pretty good at this.
I am, thank you. And it comes with a big inflatable club. And if someone uses a multiple syllable word, you bonk them with the club.
Oh,
And
wow.
so when there's drinking
Physical.
involved as well, it gets a little out of hand. And
I
so,
would
and then
guess,
there's a not safe for work version of it as well. So
Okay.
I guess that's how we get the algorithms to get me here.
And
Funny, when you
here's
said-
where.
When you said the game was Girth Matters, I actually had a flashback to a matter that I had in a professional settlement.
Girth
with-
who? I think Girth Matters.
Oh, Girth who? Girth who? Girth Matters? Well, Girth does matter. But Girth Brooks. Girth Brooks. Very nice gentleman. I will say. I have,
Gareth Brooks.
I would not put that in the YouTube channel when the kids are around. But yes, Girth. I had flashback to Girth Brooks. Yeah. You may see him in Florida. You never know. He may live there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I tried to
Maybe
find it
in Key
on
West. I don't
Amazon.
know.
And I couldn't find Girth Who on Amazon, but I did find Who's the Cunt, which is same thing, but
Okay.
opposite version.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catholic ears are burning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Everyone's bringing out their cats tonight, huh?
Based on the conversation, that
That's a whole
sounds
different way down
totally
there.
different. Yeah. That sounds.
God, it's
yeah.
a whole different game.
It does. It does. Yes. So Ryan, you were wanting to know about
Clearly
some.
has a cat in her lap.
Okay. You were wanting to know about the distillers.
Your
Yes.
explanation's not making it better.
No.
Not saving this,
Sorry,
Ryan.
Katie,
It's
I'll
okay.
stop right now.
Should
I'm
we
putting
move
myself in the
on?
grave.
We should move on. Yes, yeah. So you said something about the distillers, and I did send out an email today, which has kind of. But again, I know you haven't been checking emails, but there's a in-depth email that kind of gets into everybody who's going to be there and what events they're signed up for, and are you at the same one as them and stuff like that. So,
Great.
I mean, you've got of course Neely, you've got Hidden Barn because Nate's going to be there. Besides Royce,
Oh, nice.
yeah, you've got 10th Mountain, you've got Leatherwood, you've got Fucklehead, you've got Wood Hat Spirits is going to be there. There's some more too, but yeah, there's.
How about is it Beaver? Who's those guys from Cali? that were
No,
there?
he's not going to be there. I don't know what he's got going on. He couldn't make it. Lenny bailed out on us too. Lenny bailed out on us.
Yeah.
Lenny, what a
Well,
flake.
he had like 3 other vacations, right around there. So, yeah. The one that was just going to be too much was because he's going to be going to Hawaii like the days later, and he's like, that's too much. Well, he canceled the Hawaiian trip, but yeah. So he should show up to our place now, right?
Yeah,
We'll see.
definitely.
Don't be like Katie and Tim. Just show up, Lenny. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, Lenny.
don't feel like
Yeah.
those losers.
That's Tim.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Here's something I like to do. I don't know. Am I quirky about this? I don't know. So I like to. I always feel bad throwing away like old underwear or old socks if they're clean. I feel like you gotta. When you
Do
throw
they have
them away when
holes
they're
in
dirty.
them?
What's that?
They have holes in them?
maybe they're heading down that direction. Maybe not because I'll pull
around the elastic bands.
Yeah,
Yes,
the elastic bands get a little whatever it is where you deem it. They're getting old and they need to be thrown away. I don't like throwing them away when they're clean, and I always forget though. I'll be like, I'll put it on. And be
So
like,
do you get them dirty first? Throw them away.
I would throw them away dirty. Yes, so that would be the point. But
one last ride.
But I forget.
Exactly.
I forget about it at the end of the night, and I'll throw them in the hamper. And guess what happens? They get cleaned, and then
wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, then it's like I can't throw this away, so I wear it again. So I like to. A few years ago, I started a situation where I like to then take them on trips, and then at the end of the night, I throw them away. And even if I kind of forget when I got to pack up the bag at the end of the trip, I'm like, shit, this has got holes in it. I want to throw it away. So I throw it away on trips. And then it feels like you've accomplished something because when you're flying back, you have less in your luggage. So I'm doing this last year in Key West. Every night I've got underwear and I've got socks that I'm throwing away. And I do this the whole week. The trash cans are full with Steve's underwear and socks. I got the whole thing going on. And then
Steve, I hate to ask this. And
okay, go ahead.
Are you a whitey tidy guy? Or
God, no. I wear boxer briefs.
That was a yes.
I wear boxer briefs. I'd show it right now, but it's inappropriate.
He likes his Duluth Trading Company armadillos. Put them on ice.
I wear Duluth. I do. I wear the what is it? Bare Naked from Duluth.
Yeah. Naked. Yep.
Have you ever tried Saks, Steve?
Yes.
Are those the ones that have the little
ball holder?
Little ball holder.
They got the ball holder.
Pouch.
Yeah,
the pouch.
Duluth has one with the pouch too. So yeah, I get that. But so I'm throwing away all this underwear and all this, and here all week we're there all week, and then here comes Sunday. Russell Creed, he misses his flight, and he calls me and says, "Hey man, I know that you've got a room, and I know that your wife's leaving because she had to fly back. I drive, so she's flying back." He's like, "I know you got a room, and I know your wife's not in the room anymore. Do you mind if I stay with you? Because I can't get a room now." And I'm like, "Shit! I got all this underwear and socks in there." Trying to go back to the hotel, clean up all the underwear and socks out of the trash because I don't get the maid service while I'm there. I had to go back dig through the goddamn trash because I didn't want him walking in and seeing trash cans filled with my underwear and socks.
It looks like you've just destroyed those underwear every night.
Yeah. He's like, my God. Yeah, I had to do that.
Better runs in his shorts.
Yeah. He's like, he calls me and he's on the way there. He's just assuming I'm going to say yes. So I got to hurry up and run around. And then I got to run to the dumpster at the hotel and throw my underwear, which is probably on video. They're like, take a look at this guy. What the hell's he doing?
Look at that man throw away his
destroying
underwear.
Evidence? That's like running through my mind.
Nothing they haven't seen before.
You dug through the trash cans instead of just taking the whole trash bag out and taking the trash bag to the dumpster?
They didn't have trash bags. It's just the receptacle. So I had to dig through. There's 2 trash cans in the hotel.
Is there a front desk you can go to and get another trash bag?
Steve would never.
I'm going to go to the front desk and be like, I got to throw away my underwear. Can you give me a trash
bag?
No,
you just said that you've been here multiple days. You just need another trash bag.
I did grab, they got, it's a Marriott properties. They have where you can send out your dry cleaning, a trash bag. So I grabbed the plastic bag that supposedly you can put your dry cleaning in. And I put all my underwear in there. I loaded up my underwear, my socks that are around. And I go run out because I know Russell's going to be here any second. And I got it. I did get it all disposed. So and I come back to the room. And as soon as I come back in, there's, knock at the door. There's Russell. Thank God. I mean, what the hell would he have thought?
Mortifying.
If I would have forgotten that, what would he have thought as he goes in and sees a trash can, 2 trash cans filled with my underwear and socks?
God forbid Russell finds out, but then you tell the entire world on a
podcast. What I don't mind about this is there's rationale there, but he would have seen that. He would have said anything. I'm sure he would have been like, oh my God. And then he'd be talking behind my back.
He's prepping up for when he comes back.
I get to give my side of this. I get to give my side of this on the show.
Doesn't call him a criminal, so he's got it all laid out now. So he's just kind of priming up before when he gets there, because I got to tell you, Steve, you answered a few of my questions. Is number one, did you take the trash out yourself, or did you let the housekeeping staff empty the?
I did it myself.
Like you check out of the room and you leave the trash there, and then they walk in and they're seeing all these undergarments in a trash.
I would have 100% left it for the house cleaning because I love the idea. It cracks me up. I don't want my friend in there though. Somebody I know. That's part of the fun of it. Be like, I love the idea of the maid walking and be like, what the fuck is it? Are you serious? There's 7 pairs of underwear in here. I love it.
My main question, Akeley, for you Well, I
What's
got
that?
two. One, is it a king size bed that you guys had to share that night?
No, I had a couch in there, so it was actually a pull-out couch. So he had to sleep on a pull-out bed.
Okay.
Talking about Dixon pulling out.
And then,
this is quite the episode.
Go ahead, Ryan. Keep
It's
asking.
Key West.
Ignore
It's
Tim.
Key West,
Ignore
Tim.
Tim. Ignore
It's
Tim.
Key West. Two,
This is true.
my heart breaks a little bit because you had accomplished so much that week by wearing these last pair of underwear or socks, and you're about to throw them away, and then that just got ruined by a buddy showing up. So
I
my
know.
heart breaks for you.
Because I have a process that I take joy from. I like the idea of
I'm with you. I
getting
agree.
rid of
I'm with
them. I like the idea of cleansing because they're gone. And then it does crack me up to think that someone has to walk in and try to figure out what I can't imagine her having conversations. Like she goes up to that light. They're like, "How was your day?" Well, I went in this one fucking room and there was fucking 7 pairs of underwear in the goddamn trash can and 14 socks. What the hell do you think this guy was doing? I love that idea. That cracks me up. But I didn't
Right.
want Russell to see it. I don't know.
Even better would have been 13 socks because then you got one miscellaneous.
Right.
Oh yeah,
You got
yeah.
a floater someplace. Yeah.
Floater. Yeah.
Just
So,
saying,
okay.
just saying. But I'm with you, Steve.
Okay.
More follow-up questions. One, do you have another set of now worn out underwear and socks
Yes.
for this year?
Yes, I will be doing that again. There will be a purge this year. Please, no one call me on Sunday and say you're headed over. You're going to be staying in my room
Oh,
because I get the same thing.
And then-
The wife is leaving Sunday, and I'll be home. I'll be there till Monday, so I take off.
Kind of answer about two was, do you now have a different system so that you're better prepared? Like, are you going to leave them maybe bring your own like separate small trash bag to put them in so
I
they're
think
separate?
I'm going to do that, and then I'll disperse them into the 2 trash cans
Yes,
equally
at the
of
end,
thing.
but right before
Right,
you
before I
leave.
leave. Yes.
Yes. So now you're guest ready.
Who could have known Russell's going to be demanding to camp out in my room? I didn't never think this.
You're down
Demanding,
for a
as though
social
Steve
event.
couldn't have said no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well,
I
he had no
will
other
be
place to go.
staying in your
What could-
room.
what
You
could
could have
I
sent him
do?
a whiskey whip.
He said I checked out. Every other place. There's no hotel room, and Becca knows this. She had actually gotten held over too because the bunch of flights got canceled and stuff, and so she got held over. But she had a room at least. So Russell didn't have a room, and I couldn't be like, well, shit.
He had a room. There's just a bunch of spent underwear and socks in it. That's all I'm
Doesn't
saying,
it feel
buddy.
good
That's
to
all
get
I'm
rid of
saying.
that stuff though? The suitcase feels a little lighter going home.
It
You're like,
is
"Man,
nice.
I
I
accomplished
do
something."
actually like to bring things I need to throw away when I go.
Yeah,
on a trip.
thank you.
I
Okay,
actually will
okay.
agree with that.
That's
when I'm
normal.
going on a trip and I have
Okay, thank
just
you.
enough hairspray in a big bottle to last
Yes,
the
then
trip.
you can throw
and
away
I'm
that-
like,
yeah, that
man,
feels
my
good.
suitcase is going to
I
be
know.
so much lighter on
That
the way
feels
home.
good for some reason.
I
I don't
tell
know
you
why.
what.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna argue with Steve
Okay,
on this.
thank
It's
you
like,
for
and
not
then I'll buy
judging
it.
me.
And
Yeah.
you bought a new one for when you get home.
Right.
You have like fresh, maybe
Yeah,
underwear or
yeah.
fresh hairspray when you get home. And you
Yes.
did not bring that one with, and you're like, I'll just use the rest of this up when I'm on
Yeah.
vacation and throw it away, and I got a fresh
Oh,
one
yeah.
when I get home.
Yeah.
I get
Mission
that actually.
accomplished.
Yeah, I think
Thank
this
you.
Becca,
week
I do
we have
have a question for you though.
I feel better about myself now. Thank you. Go ahead, Tim.
Steve. Your air of a lot of things there. I hope you feel better. You're lifting the weight off your shoulders.
Yes, I've been dealing with this for a year. It's been tough. So here we are, getting ready to head down there again. And as
The
the show
general's
drops,
going to be
we'll there.
happy because she's not going to see it in the laundry basket. When they're going to see new, fresh,
Oh, yeah.
like they're going to be like Shrek green armachillos.
Right.
It's going to be great. Maybe camo colored.
It is so easy to just you get ready to get in the shower. You have a routine. You just peel it off, throw it in the hamper, and you don't think about it. And then you're like, shit, I should have thrown that away. But then it's too late because it's already been cleaned. And I feel bad about throwing away clean stuff. That's just me. That's just me.
So,
What were you gonna
Becca, a
ask,
question for you. You are flying down to Key West, correct?
Yes. They never have good luck.
Okay.
Who's this
But
question for?
This
For
is
you.
for you, Becca. What is your routine to get Royce on the plane this year?
Leaving or going?
Both. She has to have a pre-planned way to get Royce on the plane. I mean,
He usually
are you?
drinks too much,
Is there
yeah.
like episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants ready to queued up on the iPad, or what do we have this year? What have you drummed up this year?
I do have to find some good shows for on my phone.
Mhm.
I have
Becca,
to.
Becca, is Royce not plane friendly or what's going on here?
No, he's not plane friendly.
He doesn't pack either. So Beka, I know 100%. I know Beka does the packing
I
because
pack.
I used to travel
He
with
comes
Royce.
home with this new underwear from Key
If
West
he-
because he finds it in a trash
I
can
traveled with
someplace.
Royce before he got married. His mom used to pack his suitcase.
If he packs for
100%.
himself, there's been a few times where he's like, honey, will you pack for me for this trip that I'm going? If I'm not going with him, I go, pack yourself.
Oh God, you just leave him home alone? Oh, I can't imagine.
And he like just goes.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest thing is he's like, I couldn't find a bag, so I got a plastic bag. And I'm like, what do you fucking mean you got a plastic bag? And he'll
Some
like
black
he's like-
t-shirts and cargo
he'll like
pants. He's
grab
good.
like this like crusty bag from the fucking garage. And I'm like, he's like, well, so should I use this bag? And I'm like, I literally bought you a fucking canvas bag that's in the fucking like upstairs next to where all your clothes is at. He's like, there is? I'm like, oh yes, there is a fucking bag sitting there waiting for you to use. I specifically bought one for a male bag, and I've told you that. I'm like, and put stuff in that. He's like, okay, so like, what should I bring? I don't know what you should bring.
What should I bring? Yeah.
I'm not with you. What do you want to wear when you're there? I don't know. I mean, like he went down to Florida a few like months ago without me, and he he literally had someone at the hotel that he was staying at tell him, sir, only customers are allowed to use the bathrooms because he looked homeless.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
He had on a beanie.
That's why we all love him. So that's
He
okay.
hadn't cut his hair in a while. He had on a beanie, hadn't cut his hair, was wearing a t-shirt with a brown vest, sweatpants, and work boots that his sweatpants were tucked into. I would have turned him away as well.
You married him.
Dude, Beka was like, that's hot. That's hot.
No, I am like, what the fuck is that? Like, change your clothes. But guess what? If he's on vacation by himself, fantastic. Look homeless.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
Not
That
my
is female
problem.
repellent. So yeah, that you have to feel good about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that anyways, but I'm especially not worried about it if he looks like that. Like,
exactly.
okay, have fun. Yeah, have a good time, honey. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried
You
about
got a
what.
strategy for Key West, I guess, back to Tim's point?
I just have to make sure I've got some good shows downloaded for him.
Okay.
Is he
Or not
scared of
shows.
lights or what?
I get some good movies on there. I got to make sure that the sound or the noise canceling headphones are charged up. It's good for him. He does not like planes, and so the less he can hear, the better when it comes to the airplane. Yep.
Because of people or because of risk, or why is he scared?
He doesn't like heights, and the fact of like not being in control of anything, I think, really freaks him out. Like he can't. There's nothing he can do if something happens.
Yeah.
And then I just make sure that we are there early enough. Like, and here's the thing: he should want to be with me on the side where I go, let's get there early. Because when I want to get there early, it's not because I'm like, hey, let's go fucking hang out in the airport for a while and skip around and do hopscotch. No, I'm trying to get there early so we can get something to eat and get drunk prior to the plane leaving. I'm not there to like hang out for 2 hours. I'm there so that we can relax prior to the plane and not be rushed. And then if you're rushed, you're stressed out. And then that makes for a worse plane ride. Like, I want to get there and relaxed. I know that we're safe to get to our plane on time. We can grab a little bite to eat. We can go to Cork and Bottle and get some pours of bourbon and walk around the airport with it, because now Cincinnati lets you do that. And then get some champagne and bring it to the gate. That's what I want to do. I want to be there nice and early so I can just relax, drink some, eat some, and we're going to be good. So that's usually my plan, is to lie to him about the time we're leaving so that we're there early so that we can do those type things. He's like, well, how long till we leave? And I'm like, an hour?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, why so long? So you can chill,
Yeah.
relax. We can waste some money in the airport because everything's so fucking expensive
You have
here.
a plan. You have a plan.
I've always got a plan. Always have a plan. Keep it light, keep it simple, keep things as quick as possible. And it goes okay.
Yeah.
The no mask thing is very good now because that absolutely stressed him out.
So he's got no mask. He doesn't have to worry. So that's good. That's good. My nephew, here's a funny travel story. So my nephew plays for the Junior Blues. He's a hockey player, and he was not drafted, but he won out open tryouts, and he plays. He's a goalie. And I guess earlier in the year, they had a deal where the flu ran through like the whole team, and they ended up canceling a road trip right at the last minute. So this happens again. So there we are a few months later, it happens again. So my nephew in his wisdom, 18-year-old wisdom, says, well, of course they're going to, they'll cancel this road trip. So they have a practice, and he goes to the practice, and the practice ends, and they said, all right, let's get on the bus. We're heading on the road trip. Well, he didn't pack. They got a road trip. He's going to be gone for a week, like 4 games in there and stuff like that out on the road. He just gets on the bus and goes. He calls my mom because he's living with my mom, his grandma, and calls and says, we're going on this road trip. So, yeah, he played in games. They were short because people had to say he had to play like defense. He had to get out there and be on the ice for a whole week and just the same underwear, whatever clothes he's wearing. He had his gear, of course, because he's at practice.
And hockey players smell.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother level of smell.
So
yeah.
bad.
You never know until you get to a hockey rink. Yeah.
But the hockey players
NHL.
love it. They're like, oh, that's
Yes.
hilarious. And he didn't have a way to get around because he was on a team bus. Their bus isn't going to take him to Walmart or whatever. So he just lived it, and he's fine. He's like, well, this is what it is. I'm like, that underwear, there's no salvaging it. That just needs to go in the trash. A week in there.
No, not necessarily. Well, you got one day with one way. You get the aerosol deodorant spray. You spray the inside. You flip it inside out. Then you got another day.
All right.
Can
Then
we
you
just
air it out
discuss
along-
that we live in a civilized fucking country and you can literally stop anywhere to buy some goddamn underwear?
Right.
It'd be interesting if he had
Like
something
get
on
an
his phone
Uber
that he get
and
delivered
go
to his
to
house.
Walmart.
Hotel.
Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of
Sure, he's
money.
in a
He's just,
metropolitan area.
Underwear
that he is,
costs not very much for men.
well,
Contact mom and have her send it to the hotel you're going
Anything.
to. Like
Yeah,
literally,
anything.
there's
Do
so many.
something.
solutions
Also,
here.
I want to say this.
he showed back up
I know-
today after being out a week in the same clothes. Yeah. Well,
I know that this is the day of Key West, but I'm hoping that everyone thought ahead with what has been going on with flights lately. Flights have been getting all fucked up. I mean, just like a few days ago from when this was aired, they grounded all the flights in the
Right.
United States for a while.
all
and
the flights,
I'm
yes.
hoping that everyone is smart enough, at least on this podcast, to bring some extra underwear and socks because you could get
You
your
never
flight
know.
canceled or moved. And so make sure you bring extra stuff because guess what? It could happen to us as well. And you don't want to be
Travel
wearing...
tips by Beka Sue.
Yes.
Or-
Bring extra underwear and socks.
Or look for a bag of the dry cleaning bag. You may find extra pairs of underwear there.
Yeah, check the
You'll
dumpster.
utilize.
Check the dumpster. I've
That
got a
would be
bunch
in
of
the
them out there.
dumpster. It could
If
possibly
you need
happen.
them, Becca, seriously, at the Fairfield, there's going to be a bag of drawers in there. Just check that out, and you can help yourself to
I'm
whatever. you want.
good.
Yeah.
You know?
And my mom and dad went on a trip one time. My mom forgot to pack her underwear. My dad packed extra. My mom decides she's just going to wear my dad's underwear for the trip. She's fine. I'm like, Mom, my God. And he was a tidy whitey guy because, he's, my dad died
Old
10
school.
years
Hey,
ago.
it's kept everything intact.
Oh, yeah. My mom's
Go
out there
with
wearing it.
out.
Imagine if they had had a car accident or something. My mom's, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? She's
Hey,
in
you didn't
tidy
have yoga
whities.
pants back then, so you couldn't go without.
Oh, yeah.
So-
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Going commando is a tough thing to
Whatever.
do.
She made it work. She did. She dealt with the cards that she had. So, yeah.
Modern solutions to modern problems.
Yeah.
I guess.
Ron Akeley taking charge.
Bring extra fucking underwear and socks.
Yeah. I said, Mom, same thing though. They had a car. Go to fucking Walmart. They're so cheap, but I got the underwear at home. I mean, I don't want to buy underwear when I got perfectly good underwear at the house. Buy
Yeah,
the
but
fucking
you're-
underwear. It's just-
But you don't have
Buy
them
the
with you. Just go to Walmart. It takes not that long.
I have them at home. I just got
But
them
it costs
today.
money.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
and guess
I-
what? If you don't want to go to Walmart, go to CVS, go to Walgreens, go to something like that. They have underwear. They're like $3 for a pack of 3.
Yeah.
And you're never going to wear them again, but at least you're in something clean that fits.
Those one-use only ones? Is that what you're saying?
Disposable.
Yeah. Throw them in the trash.
Katie read what I was thinking.
Hope Russell doesn't need a room though. That's the problem. There's where that can go wrong is if Russell Creed needs a room, he's going to knock on your door. So yeah, be careful. Just be careful, folks. Don't just throw
Careful
the
when
trash
Russell's
and
knocking.
assume Russell's
The-
not going to show.
The new Key West game was just start texting everyone down there and be like, "Oh, hey, there's a problem with my room. Can I stay in your room tonight?" And see, who
You know what I
immediately
see
is
coming
just
here
like,
now?
"Yeah, come on over." And who's like, Give me a
See me
minute.
running around. Yeah.
What's going to happen is there's going to be an
activity.
announcement.
If I,
We'll all get a
Katie,
blast
if I did
email.
that, Royce would be like, I'm married to Beka Sue, right? I'm like, yeah, I know.
Pretty soon, we're all going to
we
get a
can't do
blast
that.
email new from the
can't do
ABV
that.
Barrel Shop, ABV Barrel, ABV Network branded underwear, Key West Survivor Pack.
Yeah.
You'll monetize this somehow.
Yeah, I will.
Get Justine on it.
Yeah.
Key
Justine
West
will be.
Survivor Pack.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We need to get some Key West ABV Network underwear for sure.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do. Very good, insightful show.
Quickly.
Very, very insightful show. I think we did some of our best work ever.
Oh yeah. I bet we're gonna get some real fucking raving reviews on this.
We're gonna turn this into the Webbies for our show of the year. I think. I feel like we got a chance here. So yeah. All right, Katie, where can people find you?
You can find me over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
All right, Tim.
Find me not in Key West and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Boo.
Boo. Dork. All right, Ryan.
I'm scared to say, but we'll put it out there. Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website is 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th whiskey with an E.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, you can find me wearing all new underwear after the Key West trip as I dispose of a week's worth of bad underwear. And also on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Steve Akeley. And of course, we've got a website, abvnetwork.com. That's an important one to check out. All of our previous shows are out there, so please do check them out. If you think this was a shit show, go back and listen to a different episode. It's also a shit show, but it's different. It's different than this
It's
one.
just a different shit show.
Yeah, it's a different shit show. So check us out at abvnetwork.com. And please come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. Love to chat with you about whiskey. And of course, come by the tasting bar. You can taste some stuff and maybe buy some stuff if you like. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind our audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Finance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the Hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.